everybody. My first guest is an Academy Award-nominated actor. Beginning Christmas Day, you can see him in The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Please welcome Bill Murray.
Thank you. Nice choice. I like that.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, it reminds me of the day that California, that song was way down below the ocean, and Donovan sang it. And I was riding in a Volkswagen convertible with the top down, and every radio station in California played that song at the very moment that it had been predicted that California was going to slide into the ocean. The earthquake was going to take it away.
Uh-huh.
And it was just nothing but a big royalty day for Donovan, was all it turned out to be.
Donovan made a lot of money off that potential tragedy.
Yeah, it's a nice payday for him.
I haven't seen you in a while. The last time I saw you, I went to a friend's party, and I brought, my wife and I, we couldn't get a sitter, so we just brought our baby. He was just a couple of months old at the time. And this friend also knows you. You were at the party, wasn't expecting to see you, and you started giving me tips on how I was rocking the baby. Never had a child before that I know of. And I apologize. I was rocking the baby kind of like this, and you walked over and you just stopped me and said, no, 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 no. And then you proceeded to move my body at the correct tempo, and it turns out you were right. That's all the time we have. I want to thank Bill Murray for being here to Child Speak with Conan O'Brien. No, but I thought...
I'd forgotten the part, but I do remember cradling you and holding you ever so gently.
Yeah. And, I didn't have a baby.
Well,
we were
he's
just
a big
hugging.
guy, so he's rocking this child. So the, you know, in like golf terms, the arc of his swing is about 9 yards. So the kid is pretty much, you know, accelerating. It has a real, like, oh God, at Disney World kind of feel like, oh.
Yeah.
And you see the brain itself begin to separate from the little membranes inside the skull.
Yeah.
The look. But it's fine. The kid's alive still?
Kid's still with us, yeah.
That's
Nev,
great.
little Nev. But I was being too, you know, I tend to be a little rough. And
well, it's, you know, your first night out with a kid, you want to say, I love my child, I love my child, let me kiss it so hard, you know, and then they get hurt.
Yeah.
Then there's bruises. I'm sorry, I took it to a party.
Now, you also, are there other tips? Is there anything else? I mean,
Well, it's the holiday season. I've got one that I'll pass out to the kids. I mean, if those of you who don't tune into my regular show, Mr. Know-It-All. But this is one I learned. Actually, there's an adjective that goes with Mr. Know-It-All, but that's on the website. But there's one other thing since the holiday season, which is good. If you have your child's how old now? About
14 months.
Well, it's probably already happened. But it happens with kids. The first time that they get gas, that it's a really terrifying moment. It happens about 6 months usually, and. Has this happened yet?
Huge gas. Yeah.
So
which is definitely on my side of the family. Something that is still around. Yeah.
Your side of the bed too.
Yeah.
I hope. So they get this gas and they start screaming, and it's a real loud scream, very, very loud, and they can't. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? The band is like out cold.
Yeah. No, they're listening.
They start screaming uncontrollably, and you don't know what it is. It's like, does it need to be changed, or is anything stuck in its throat? You don't know what it is, and the baby doesn't know what it is either. It thinks it's exploding.
Right.
It's because it's like there's no, and it really hurts because they don't have any idea how to like regulate or, you know, kind of like, you know, hiccup or, you know, kind of like, you know, anybody looking kind of thing. They have no moves.
Right.
So it's just an explosion about to happen, and it's just an explosion about to happen. They don't know what it is. So. And it happens right at the peak of your sleep deprivation moment, when you've gone without sleep for about 6 months, and it's like, you know, the kid screams, and it's like, he's going to wake up and take care of the kid. She's going to wake up and take care of the kid. It's like, you know, you're both faking, like the husband and wife are both faking like they're asleep.
Right.
Thinking the other one will get up and do something about it. But when the screaming gets really loud, all of a sudden it's like, oh great, it's dying, and I was faking it, you know.
Right.
So you get up but you're so scrambled, your head's so scrambled by that time from sleep. This is boring, but it's anyway.
This is helping
people. Let me get
people.
to the thing anyway. Yeah, because you could see this really at 5:30 in the morning on public access, but.
Literally, this show will be on public access at 5:30 in the morning. It's where the real money is.
But I found this out that the thing that really breaks up gas is peppermint, and the thing that's perfect, especially when you're sleep deprived, and it's perfect for this time of year, is candy canes, because you can stick your finger through the candy cane, and just sort of stick it in the kid's mouth, and the kid can't swallow it, but it'll, suck on it, and it will break up the gas in them, and you can just go back to sleep with your finger on this thing.
That's the laziest thing I've ever heard of. You're recommending something where you're not even awake. You're just saying...
You just stick this in their mouth, and they'll suck on it, and the nice thing is they can't grab the whole thing down, and you can get a little rest and be even more rested to give them even more love and attention later in the day.
That's very nice. That made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think that helped a lot of people.
I hope so. I hope not.
All right, we have a lot to talk about because we want to talk about Life Aquatic, and we're going to take a little commercial break.
Okay.
And when we come back, more with Bill Murray, so stick around. Okay, if I just wait long enough.
Won't be long.
We're back sitting here with Mr. Bill Murray. Life Aquatic is the new film. I saw this yesterday, enjoyed it very much, and Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou is the whole title. And in this movie, you handle a gun. And I have to say, I don't remember when I've seen you handle a gun in a movie, and you do it quite well. You're quite adept with a gun. You seem very comfortable. Would you ever do action films?
Well, I was angry, Conan.
You were angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was angry, and so it just happened. Yeah, this is a transition for me. I'm moving out of movies where I have relationships and dialogue, and I'm moving into things where a lot more faces, a lot more grunts and groans, and I see myself just in movement from here on out. As long as I can make a flight of stairs, I'm going to just, as the knees go and the shoulder, the rotator cuff, gets worse and worse, I'm just going to have to hold a larger and larger weapon.
So like 9 years from now, you'll just be holding a giant bazooka throughout the whole movie.
You remember John Wayne with the War Wagon? You remember the War Wagon?
Yes,
it's like
I do.
Just a completely pointless, idiotic movie, and it was just a stagecoach with a massive gun on it that they rode around, covered up for an hour and 40 minutes, and then they opened it up.
Right.
That's what it's going to be like for me.
Right. These sound like classic moves. This sounds like a good movie.
Some of those big ones, and when I say John Wayne, I think if you can hold a bridle in your teeth, and shoot.
Right.
That's all.
Go for it.
And that kind of stuff, they just tie you onto the horse. You're just strapped on.
So you can't really get hurt.
Well, you can't, and you can't really get hurt. The thing that you don't realize in those movies is that those horses are really almost, they're like not much bigger than dogs, some of those horses. When you realize how big John Wayne looks in the saddle, he's on like a Shetland Shepherd.
Yeah.
He's just not, it's not really a pony.
His last 8 films, he was on a little pony that they let along with
It's
a
a
lollipop.
pretty small little thing, but that's where I'm going. I'm going into action, and that way your sort of mood swings are explainable to people.
Sure.
And you can just you can show up in any kind of shape.
Well, I wanted to say this. You sound like you're being self-deprecating. You're shirtless in large parts of this movie because you're an underwater adventurer. You're shirtless a lot in the film. You're in terrific shape. You must have worked very hard to prepare for this film.
Well, I just thought to myself, well, I want people to see my body as it is now.
It's very...
I want people to see it now. I don't want to be older and say to my kids, I wish you'd seen my body when I was, 54, instead of now. But, I wish you'd seen it then instead of now,
Right.
Like when I was really, on the edge of, healthy.
Yeah. You claim to know a lot about marine biology because you play a marine biologist in the film. Do you actually know a lot about marine biology?
Well, I know a lot about marine zoology, really, and there's a lot to.
There's a difference. I have no idea. I didn't get out of college.
There is, and we do a lot of kidding about it, and it's the entertainment business, and we want to tell a story, and we want to amuse and charm and amaze people. But learned, you know, the hard way through tough lessons that marine zoology really, I mean, marine zoologists especially really belong in marine zoos. It's not.
That's the great conclusion you came to.
It's not for show folk, but I do know. I mean, for an average, like a member of the Screen Actors Guild, I know a hell of a lot about marine.
For example, do you know
zoology?
What this is right here?
Yeah, that's a brooch.
That's a pencil urchin. That's not a brooch.
Okay, I saw something like that shopping. Sorry.
Well, we have a clip here from the film. What do we need to know for this clip?
Close your eyes and imagine a world where, let's see, this
you have no idea which clip this is, do you?
I do now. I got it now. It just took me, well, my eyes were closed. All right, close them again, close them again.
Okay, all right.
A world where a sea captain meets a boy who may or may not be his son, and a reporter comes to do a story, a feature story about this sea captain, and the boy who may or may not be his son, played by Owen Wilson, and the reporter played by Cate Blanchett, he finds them together on a ship. And now you can open your eyes.
Okay. I don't think we need the clip now, but
No.
Let's take a look.
Ned, you're a scumbag. And Jane, you're a damn liar.
What the f are you doing in here?
What the F are you doing in here? I warned you about being in other people's cabins. You were supposed to go home.
Well, you convinced me to stay and finish the story.
Is it still the cover? Don't you dare put on that uniform.
It's all I have with me.
I told you I have a bit of a thing for her. Not this one, I said.
You said not this one, Klaus.
So you heard me.
Did you have fun making this? Because you go to the greatest locations on these films, you know?
Yeah, this one was Italy, you know, and it was work, unfortunately. It was a lot of work. But,
Right.
I mean, Italy's really, you know, not too bad looking.
The nicest thing ever said about Italy.
And that was Cate Blanchett's real stomach there. She was actually pregnant during making the movie. Playing a pregnant woman playing a pregnant person. So you can imagine she got paid top dollar, because they're tough to find, you know.
Well, check it. It's The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Bill Murray. Always a pleasure. Thanks you very much for being here. Tony Bennett coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. Fine show tonight. Stay tuned next week. We have some great guests coming up, including Daryl Hammond going to be joining us, Carson Daly, Jada Pinkett Smith, Snoop Dogg, much, much more. So watch those. Take a little break when we come back. Tony Bennett's here.